Hey guys, sorry about that. Had to answer the phone. So, I don't want to miss our live because we are supposed to do a live every night. So, sorry I had to jump off earlier. Let's talk about recovery. What you guys got going on? Let me know how y'all are doing. If you're struggling, also, let me know. I'll do my best to offer you some suggestions and some support. My name is Nicole, and I've been in recovery since July 13th of 2015. I love helping others, you guys. It is my passion. And yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be just helping each other stay sober one day at a time. So yeah. One of the main things that helps me stay sober, you guys, is fellowship with other people who have been through it before. That's one of the main things that helps me stay sober. I don't even know if I'd be sober today if I didn't fellowship with other men and women who understand addiction. It's like, you can't just sit down with anybody and talk about, going into Dillard's and stealing purses when you're high on benzos. You can't just sit down and talk to anybody about slamming dope for like 13 years, but I can come here and sit down with you guys and share, and you guys don't judge me. And that's the best part about other people in recovery, is that you guys understand what I'm going through. Y'all know the deal. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about open-minded. Let's talk about judgment and being open-minded in recovery. Okay, so here we go. I see a lot of people here online who they don't understand the difference between actually trying to offer people good suggestions to help them and judgment. They think when somebody doesn't particularly agree with them on something, they call that judgment. And that's not judgment, okay? You can support someone and not believe the same thing they do. You know what I mean? I support a lot of people that don't do the same recovery program as me, and we get along great. And it's because honestly, the way you recover isn't going to affect me. It doesn't affect me. If you want to recover through AA, cool. If you want to recover through Narcotics Anonymous, cool. If you want to do MARA, awesome. If you want to do maintenance medication, badass. I can share with you guys what works for me. If you want to do Cali sober, there you go, Jeremy. You can do Cali sober. Like, I don't care what you do. I want you guys to find what works for you. Now, if you're doing something that I think could be potentially dangerous or hinder your sobriety and recovery, I'm going to let you know. But that's not judging you, okay? Saying, hey, I want you to, hey, so-and-so, I see that you have been drinking alcohol every single night, and I'm worried about you. I don't want you to relapse on dope. You know what I mean? Or, hey, I see that you have been hanging out with people that are shooting heroin still, or you're going around your old meth buddies. That's not judging someone. That's like really wanting to help them. And that's what I'm here to do. Like, I'm here to help you guys. I want to encourage you guys to stay on the right path. There's been so much judgment about Suboxone, y'all, lately. That has just been making me so sad. Sorry, I got psoriasis right there and it drives me crazy. It's been making me so sad. I see video after video after video of people just talking shit about MAT. And I want you guys to close your eyes, and I want you to think about, I want you to put yourself in a mother's situation. A mother whose daughter or son is addicted to heroin and fentanyl. I want you to think about what it's like for that mom to wonder whether her daughter or son is going to make it home alive. I want you to I want you to think about what it's like when that person gets a phone call from the hospital because their daughter or son has overdosed and they need to come pick them up because they're coming to. I want you to think about when they get the phone call from the jail and they are relieved because at least they know that they're locked up and they're safe, right? Medication assisted treatment gives people the peace of mind that their loved one is okay and they're safe. I don't know if you guys watch Scrub and Addiction, Brandy, but her daughter just started Suboxone, and she's going to get on to the Sublocade shot, which I think is amazing. But a lot of people were giving her shit on her post and saying, you know, it's just trading one addiction for the other. You shouldn't stay on it forever. You guys, here's the thing. There is no guideline for how long someone should be on MAT. Do you want to know why there's no guideline for that? I'll tell you. It's because every single human being is different. And the way I heal from the disease of addiction, the way I cope with life is going to be different than the way you heal and cope with life. Okay? Some people bounce back. Okay? Some people bounce back, you guys, and they get sober and they don't have no problems. They don't ever relapse, and they just do the damn thing. I don't know how they do it. And then there's people like me who chronically relapse over and over and over again, in and out of treatment, in and out of jail and prison. You know, and so, and then there's people who are right in the middle, who are in and out, right? And also who can get a little bit of sober time. Like my husband. My husband is one of those people who can stay sober for years at a time. And then out of nowhere, he'll fall off. And then he'll get back on track and stay sober for another 5 years at a time. It's the wildest thing to me. Okay? And so I just don't understand why people are so concerned with a life-saving medication that's giving a mother her daughter back, giving her son her mom back, his mom back. Okay? That's the same with me. You know, people used to hate on me all the time about being on Suboxone. But you guys, I'm a mother to my son. Okay? My son loves me so much. You guys get to see it right here all the time. And it's because I am able to be a mom again. You know? Hey, Rory. Thank you, babe. And so there should not be any judgment on medication-assisted treatment. There shouldn't be. People who think that people who are holier than thou and place unrealistic expectations on other people, it makes me sick, you guys. I gotta take this. Y'all are gonna die. I'm literally taking my bra off. I'm free! It's like, why do that? Why place expectations on other people that you don't even know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows what you have to live in your life. Nobody knows what Lexi has to do or Jennifer has to do. Nobody knows. We don't know if they wake up in the morning and they are so anxious and depressed and can barely make it through the day. You know, we don't know if when they look themselves in the mirror, they don't like what they see looking back. And this is what I don't understand about people who leave hateful ass fucking comments and fucking try to stalk me. It drives me insane. Like, what is so wrong with your life that you want to hurt someone else who's trying to do good in the world? That's what I don't understand. It's just beyond me. I've never been a person who wanted to hurt and harm other people. And so when other people do it, I don't understand it. I'm glad that they lifted the barriers for Suboxone. I'm glad that more doctors are going to be able to prescribe it, because that means more people are going to be able to get their lives back and be parents to their children. Yeah, we beat ourselves up enough. We don't need other people doing it to us. You know, and you guys, I'm telling you what, I beat myself up every day. I'm looking at myself right now. I see the weight I've gained. I see how my body looks. Why do you think I don't do dances? Why do you think I don't show my whole body on TikTok? Because I'm not comfortable in my body. I'm not comfortable with the way I look right now. You know what I mean? But I don't go out of my way to find other people and comment mean things about their bodies, you know, because I know what it's like to feel insecure. And I don't want to make other people feel that way. I don't want to hurt someone else, you know, and I wish other people were like I am. Because if they were, then there would be more good people in the world. I don't want to hurt people, you know. A lot of people want to hurt people, you guys. And it's so fucking sad. It really fucking is. Yes, girl, exactly. And that's what I have to tell myself, Jennifer. I have to tell myself, girl, you're sober. You have your son back. You know, I have full custody of my child back, you guys. There was people that told me I would never see my son again, that my rights would get taken away and that I wouldn't be able to do it. You know, and I've showed up and showed out. Okay? I don't think people understand. Like, I'm trying to explain to people, like, my brain is not the way it was before I used drugs. Before I used drugs, I was a different person. I can't explain it to you any other way than, like, I didn't feel tired all the time. I didn't feel depression. Like, I actually wanted to get up and conquer things. But after 13 years of abusing drugs, I have depleted my fucking brain of the natural producing serotonin and dopamine. And I'm telling you guys right now, it is so mundane, the life that I live today. And it's because I have to push myself every single day to feel joy and to feel happiness and to get excited. And one of the things that makes me happy and gives me joy is helping others. And so that's why I do it, because it helps me. It helps me be happy. I don't think people understand, but it's not easy after you get off drugs. I don't know. Maybe people's minds and brains weren't affected like mine was. But my brain is not healed. It's not. I wish it was. If it was, I would tell you guys. I would say, man, I feel great. But I'm telling you guys, it is like pulling teeth. It's like pulling teeth, dude. Like today, I woke up at 6 a.m. I posted on 2 of our clients' social medias. Then I laid back down and didn't wake up until 10:30 because my phone started ringing. Then I got up and I started posting on our other people's social media. Then I started calling, you know, all the people I needed to call and texting everybody back that I needed to text. Jumped in the shower, blew dried my hair, then was back on the phone with people because one of the things is that I'm always on the phone basically. And my phone rings a lot. And so I was back on the phone, and then by the time I looked up, it was 2 o'clock and it was time for me to go get Nate. So I went and got Nate. Then I got home. I was back on the phone again and had to do some other stuff on YouTube. And then I was had to go get Neil and I's medication. And it's just like, I just can't explain to you guys. It's not like, I wonder if other people feel like this. Do you know what I'm saying? This like weird kind of just like blah feeling. And I'm not trying to be depressing tonight. I promise. I'm sorry if I'm being a depressing ass motherfucker. My dog's got to go pee, so hold on. But that's how I feel. I feel so, ugh, you know? So, and then when I get comments from people, they're like, I feel great. I abused meth for 12 years and I feel great. I'm like, I don't believe them. I don't believe them. You know what I mean? I don't believe them. I think that they're grateful, you know, but I don't think that they're like, you know. I know, me too. I wish I was the way I was before I did drugs too. But can't go back now. Oh, I feel like sometimes am I alone? Yes, I use this every day, you guys. It just helps calm me down and makes me feel kind of like not as like, just, I don't know. It makes me feel not as anxious. Yes, you are not the only one that feels like that. And you guys, I've been sober for almost 6 years. Okay. It's CBD, guys. I've been sober for almost Sunny's Wellness. I talked about it here on my TikTok. A lot of people gave me shit. They're like, "Are you being are you sponsored or no, I'm not sponsored. They're not paying me to talk about it. I just talk about it because I like it." I wonder if I can go back to school with my new yeah, sure you can. I bet you can. But I just want you guys to know, like, when people are mean to me and they say hateful things, like, I'm a human being, you know? Just because I'm on social media doesn't mean I'm not human. I almost feel like people here on TikTok and Instagram and all these places, they forget that I have feelings too, you know? I have feelings too. And saying hateful fucking shit to me, it fucking affects me, dude. It affects me. It's fucking depressing too, especially when I feel like in my heart of hearts that I go out of my way to give to others and help other people. And I feel like people take my kindness for weakness. They think because I am kind and I help others that I'm weak-minded. I'm not, you know? Don't get it twisted. But I need to make a video talking about the how I feel, because a lot of people can relate, I feel like. And I don't think enough people in sobriety talk about it. I feel like so many people put on this, like, this perfect fucking show. In fact, there's a couple of people I watch here on TikTok who are in recovery, who I just feel like all they do is show how perfect their life is and how pretty they are and how they always have their makeup done and they always have cute outfits on. And I'm just like, is that real life? Because that's not real life for me. Hey, Casey, what's up, girl? I am in sweatpants or yoga pants 24/7. I'm tired all the time. I have to literally push myself to put a face of makeup on. Can I get an amen, ladies? I'm over here trying to make sure I put on matching socks. Okay? The only reason why I wear a bra all the time is because I can't walk outside in public without it, because my titties will just be flopping everywhere. Or else I'd never wear that motherfucking thing. I hate it. And so I just feel like there's just like a lack of authenticity here on TikTok. Oh, I love you guys. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. I feel like there's a lack of authenticity, though, and genuineness, because it's just like so many people wanting to show this like Hollywood, LA living. You know what I mean? I can't relate to that. I just got to scroll on by, because I just think about, we're older. We're all grown in here, okay? If it's affecting me negatively, think about the young kids that it affects negatively. And I'm just talking about people in the recovery community, like showing this perfect life, right? Like so many of them, y'all, and listen to me, it's nothing, I don't have anything personal against these people, but I am literally talking about like ocean fucking views and, drones flying above the sky and the husband and wife twirling each other in the air and kissing each other. And I'm like, I think my husband said hi to me when he got home from work, but other than that, he's upstairs. He's tired as hell. He just fucking he just worked a whole day throwing mail. You know what I mean? Like, he's tired. And so I'm like, how do these people find time? Or how do they just, I don't know, it's just so fake to me. It's just fake. You know? it just seems so fake to me. But, you know, and it is. I think that's what it is. I think it is fake. I think it's like for show. It's for show because social media, or at least here on TikTok, we are like walking commercials here. And so for people that have large followings, they can just use their following as a sponsorship 24/7 to make money. Shoot, I wish I could do that. Anyway, how's my friend? Which one? My friend overdosed and died last week, Aquarius. Where you been, honey? She is passed away. Hey, Nikki, I appreciate you, sweetheart. I really do. I appreciate all you guys' support. My friend that passed away, she passed away from a drug overdose last week. And for those of you guys that are in here that are new, Rachel passed away from a drug overdose, and her pimp was locked up in jail. Well, at the beginning of this week on Monday, he put a hit out on her best friend. And her best friend, Hannah, who all of you guys got to meet in my chat, was murdered Monday morning. And so now they are all being arraigned, and there's 3 suspects. And I talked to the detective because, of course, me and Hannah were becoming really close friends. After Rachel passed away, me and Hannah just were talking every single day, like literally every day. And you know what? I need to talk to her mom and ask her if I can. I want to make a video about it, but I need to wait until after these people are convicted, you guys, because this dude literally sent somebody to murder her, and he was locked up in jail. So that just shows you how much fucking crazy this motherfucker is. Like, it scared the shit out of me, man. And I've helped a lot of people, okay? And I'm sure some of you ladies that work with other women and do sponsorship, I know you guys probably have worked with women who have been human trafficked, right? I've never experienced anything like this, though. Like, this was for real deal what they show in the movies, human trafficking. Okay? This man had Rachel so brainwashed that she didn't deserve anything, that she couldn't live without him. Yeah, he's still in jail. He was texting her, threatening to kill her, me, and Hannah, all the way up until the moment she overdosed and died. I truly believe that, I mean, me and Hannah talked about this before she passed away. We believe that Rachel overdosed on purpose because she was trying to protect us, and just have it all be done, right? Well, what happened was the $1,500 that she owed that guy, after she passed away from her overdose, he called Hannah from jail and was like, you better fucking pay me that $1,500 or else your fucking ass is going to be dead. Okay? And I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? And he was not joking, and he killed. Oh, it's still unbelievable to me. Okay, it's still unbelievable. Gray Sky 08, honey, I've had Real Talk Recovery since 2016 or 17 when I created my YouTube channel. So sorry about that. It's just like over money and drugs, basically. And so I just can't even believe it, dude. Honestly, it's so freaking sad. It makes me so sad. It makes me It makes me really, really sad. When I think about it and I reflect back on like the time that I had with Rachel and Hannah, I'm grateful that I got to know them both. But it just happened so quickly, you guys. It really, really did. It's just sad. It's really sad. And so, I've been talking to Hannah's mom. She is such an amazing woman, and I need to call her tonight and check on her. But she's a good lady. So yeah, that's what happened to my friend. I'm sorry if I didn't make an update video. Well, no, I did make a video about her overdosing and dying, but it was just like a video about relapse, you know? Oh yes, Micah. We had planned a whole summer trip. So for those of you guys that don't know, my parents live in a part of Arkansas right by the lake. So like their house is like here, and then you just walk across the street down a little side road and there's this huge lake, okay? I'm talking with a beach. You can take the boats out. It's badass. Then here's the beach over here. Yeah, I've taken you guys there before where the waterfall is at. Then there's a waterfall and a bunch of trails. And so it's freaking amazing. And so Hannah was going to come stay, and me and her and hopefully Rachel's little girl, we're going to go, and Nate, we're going to go swimming and camping out, you know. So yeah, Jennifer, so that's what happened to Hannah. She had no family except for Rachel. Rachel had no family except for Hannah and Hannah's mom and friends. You know, her mom and dad. Her mom had passed away when she was 15 and her dad was in prison. She had a little girl, but her little girl was with her baby's father's parents or grandparents or something like that. Oh, hey, Crystal, I got your message. I tried to call you on Messenger. I'm so glad. I was going to tell you that as soon as he takes his Suboxone, probably about 30, 40 minutes later, he should feel fine. Yes, I'm in Arkansas. So, and here's another person like Crystal. I cannot tell you guys how many people I talk to every single day who are just asking just questions like that. Like, will my husband be okay after he takes his medicine because he didn't have it before? You know, like just experience questions. And so I'm so glad that I get to help you guys. Like, it means so much to me. Oh, you are? I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, girl. Oh, that bug is going to drive me crazy. I'm in Little Rock. So, okay. What else? What do you guys want to talk about? You guys got any questions? Talk to me. Can you believe that girl came in here telling me I need to give her up Real Talk Recovery? Bitch, I've been having this fucking, this name for 5 years, 6 years now. When? Oh, I know where that's at. That's a little place, little town. Paragould is too. Hey, guys. Yes, Loie, you can go to the lake with me. I was like, you ain't gonna get Real Talk Recovery. Tell me about it, sweet adrenaline. What did you find out? Anything? I love you guys. Y'all are my backup. Y'all are my you guys got me. That happened in West Virginia, Aquarius, West Virginia. It'll probably, I don't think they put it in the news yet though, because like, so, okay, when it happened to Hannah, her mom called me, and that's why I had to go, I had to talk to the detectives and all that. So what they're doing right now is they just had their arraignment, I think yesterday or today. And so thank you for looking out, sweet adrenaline. You know what? I need to start writing down these troll names. Great. It's just something weird is going on with people here on TikTok. I don't know if it's on TikTok or all across all my platforms, but somebody's trying to mess with me, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? So thank you for looking that up. In fact, let me see if I can look it up and see if they have anything about it in the paper. Okay. Hey, Verge, what's up, honey? What's Mobtown? Is that what West Virginia is? Okay. It just makes me so sad, dude. This girl was like amazing. When I tell you that, she is amazing. That's a good question. Okay, so I'll be taking questions now. Sweet Adrenaline, here we go. How do we ask for forgiveness when we mess up while we were using? Great question, sister. So, that's called making an amends, okay? And so, the way that you make an amends, first of all, it's not something you just jump into right away, right? Because how many times have we all went to our loved ones and said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You know, I'm never going to get high again. I'm changing my ways. I'm changing my ways. How many of us have done that like so many times? Right? I know I have. And so the way that you make amends is first of all over time, all right? Through our actions is what we need to do, all right? Now, yes, it's okay if you want to, you know, get your mom a card or your dad a card and, you know, let them know how much you love and care about them. But I'm telling you guys, the best way to apologize and to make it right is through your actions, showing them that you have changed your ways. Every time I would go back to my parents, I would say, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I relapsed and I got high. I didn't mean to, do it, or, I want to make it up to you, or please forgive me, blah, 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 right? My mom would just sit there and say, okay, yeah, all right. Now, guess what? It took about a year, and that's what you guys have to understand. You got to step back and let the time heal the wounds, okay? Step back, start changing your behaviors, okay, and let your family see the change within you. My parents didn't believe that I was sober. I know they didn't, because they were living in New York. They were in New York, and my mom and dad, I hit 1 year sober July 2016. And my parents said, you know what? You got a year sober. Why don't you come out? Okay, good, Diana. I'm happy to hear that, girl. Now, Diana, I knew something had to be going on, because I was like, why isn't she understanding? And now I called Alexis, and I was like, she didn't even know it was a half script. I was like, that's why we're where we're at. It was totally miscommunication, you know? But anyways, good. That makes me happy, because that's why I was worried about you. What's the best way to rebuild with your kids as the mom when you only have visitation? Okay, Jennifer, I went through the same thing with my son. So anyways, my parents didn't believe I was sober. I had a year sober. They sent me and my husband train tickets, and we went up to see him in New York. And that's when they got to see that I had really changed and I really was sober. And slowly but surely, they started trusting me again. And then they moved back to Arkansas. And the way I made my amends was, after about 3 years sober, I went and sat with my parents, both of them, and I just told them I loved them so much, and that I mean it this time. I don't want to go back to that life. And I asked them if there was any way I could repay the debts that I owed them from stealing from them and stuff like that. And they were like, no, we love you, and you're repaying us just by staying sober. And so that's what you do. Now, next line of business. What's the best way to rebuild with your kids as a mom when you only have visitation? So, Jennifer, I had the same thing going on with my son. For 1 year, I only could see him at visitations. Now, as I stayed sober longer, then they started granting me time where I was able to take my son home with me and he could stay the night on the weekends. And so the best thing that I could do when I had my son and we could only visit him was me and my husband would think of things that he enjoyed to do, that we could do with him together, that would create memories and bonding time with us at that visitation. So at that time when Nate was like 1 or 2 years old, he liked to paint and color and do Blue's Clues and Paw Patrol, I remember. And so we would bring like a little craft or activity to do with him each time we visited him. That would get him excited, and he would remember, you know, oh, we had a good time last time. I wonder what Mom and Dad have planned for us today. And I don't mean buying him a present. I mean doing something with him, you know, getting the coloring book out, laying on the ground and coloring pictures together, letting him ride my husband's back like he was a pony. Yee! You know, like just action and action and action. And that's what we did. And I'll tell you this, when my son got taken away, he did not want to come to me. Okay? Because every time I would see him, I would cry my eyes out. I was crying. I was depressed. I was sad. I could not stop crying. Whenever we would go see my son, I couldn't stop crying. So my son didn't want to come to me. He only went to my husband because my husband was like, hey, buddy, throwing him up in the air, having a good time, and they were laughing and giggling, right? And I would be over in the corner just crying, sobbing. I couldn't take it. You know? And so I finally was like, my caseworker was like, Nicole, he feels your tension. He feels your sadness. It is making him feel that way. That's why he doesn't want to come to you. That's why he doesn't want you to be in your arms, right? Because I was bawling my eyes out the whole time. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I gotta get it together. And that's when I started sucking it up. I sucked it up, and I was going in there, take a deep breath, you know, not crying, and being straight up, being even keeled. Because what was happening is I was just so emotional that I was just up and down, and my little boy was just, it was really affecting our visits. And so when I finally stopped freaking out like that, then it was a lot better, and we were able to connect, and that's when our visits started getting way, way better. And so it just took time, you know, but it was hard for me because, you know, I'm the mom, and I wanted him to be okay right away. Hello. How can I explain the addiction to 12 and 16-year-olds when my ex and his wife made me a monster? Oh, Lord, help me. Now, this is the hard part, okay? Hey, Steph. This is the hard part, you guys. Have you been able to get your significant other and his wife to work with you, or are they still totally against you? Sorry. Because what you need to do is, okay, that's what I thought. That's hard. Okay, so what you're doing is you're going against them. So don't even say nothing about them. Okay? Anything you talk to your kids about, don't let it be about that. Don't let it be about the wife or the husband. Keep the focus on you and your kids and the time with them together. Okay? Now, if they're 12 and 16 and you've been struggling with addiction, I promise you they probably know. You know, but if you want to sit down and explain it to them, I would just let them know, you know, that you made mistakes and that you were sick, but that you no longer want to live your life like that, and that you are sorry for the time that you missed in their lives, and that you are here to make it up, and that you're gonna be a better mom now. And I would totally don't even focus on them, okay? Because what happens when you're talking about them and they're talking about you, you need to be the bigger person. Let them be where they're at. And you just focus on building that relationship with your kids. Now, 16-year-old, you can talk to them for sure about the addiction part. I would recommend it. Sorry. I would recommend talking to the 16-year-old about it for sure. The 12-year-old now might not understand as much, you know? How do you let go of the guilt? Sorry, guys, I'm taking my medicine. One more thing, though, about Jennifer's situation. I know it's hard to, like, not defend yourself against them. But just remember that you don't have to do that. Like, what's done is already done, right? You guys are already in the situation where you're only allowed to have visitation right now. And so what I imagine you're trying to do is work towards a point where you can have split custody. And you can have them on the weekends and they have them during the week or whatever, right? And so your goal is to keep building your relationship back with your kids and make sure that you can provide adequate resources, housing, food, water, bed, schooling for them, okay? That's your job, to prove to the courts that you can do that. And so while you're, getting your visitation and visiting with your kids, don't think about the motherfuckers over there. Just think about you and your kids. Totally focus on just you and them. And definitely sit down and let them know, they're not going to understand the disease, right? But they can understand that mom was sick. She made bad choices. And now she is, going to change. She's changing her life now. Hey, Bounties. Okay, so now let's answer Ramey's question. How do you let go of the guilt that you have? I have so much guilt and shame. I'll tell you this, though. A lot of my shame is what it's changing to guilt now, which is more healthy than shame, because I used to just have all this shame, right? But the longer that I stay sober and the more that I work with others and try to help other people, the more healing I have. So the way you let go of it is what you need to realize, Ramey, is that what happened with you is you were sick in your addiction. And that you're not a bad person because of the stuff that happened. Okay? You have to forgive yourself. All right? We've all been there. And I think that's another thing, Ramey, is that you hold yourself to a higher... You have an expectation of yourself. And nobody else is putting that expectation on you except for you. It would be like me always being ashamed and feeling guilty because I went to prison and caught my methamphetamine charges, right? I was sick in my addiction when that happened. I forgive myself. I'm not mad at myself anymore. And that's what you got to do. You got to let that go. What happened back then when you got in trouble with the law, that's in the past, okay? Your wife forgives you. She supports you. All right. Luckily, you didn't have any children at the time, so you don't have to worry about that. In fact, what would help you even more is if you started sharing about it. I think maybe you need to work with some other guys and share your story. I think that would really help you a lot too. How do you get over the urges? I'm having them a lot lately. See this right here? You get yourself a chocolate covered ice cream. Okay, I'm just playing. That's a great question. And I like it. I like that you call them urges instead of cravings. Because that's what they are. They're thoughts. Okay? So, first of all, you got to identify the fact That is just a thought, right? That you don't have to act out on that thought. Also, this will help you a lot. Hey, Ashley, you need to write down, Miss Ma'am, Miss Mounties, you need to write down the pros and cons of using your drug. Okay? So we'll do one together right now. Let's write down the pros and cons of using methamphetamine. So, the pros, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. These are the pros that I think were pros, and these are the cons. Pros. Stayed skinny. Okay. Let me think what else. Had energy. Now, that's really all I can see. The cons. Rot your teeth. Caused me to lie, steal, and manipulate. Lost my son. Oh, yeah, makes me crazy. Oh, that is a pro. Yes, the pleasure, because it did feel good. I ain't gonna lie, it did feel good. Lost my son. Make me crazy. Okay. Prison. I went to prison because of it. Oh, made me want to do artsy stuff. That's cool. I was like that too. I like to do crossword puzzles and shit. So anyway, ooh, money puts a wedge between me and my family. So anyway, long story short, most likely you're going to have a list with a bunch of cons and some pros, okay? And so when you weigh it out, you guys, and you look at the pros versus the cons, it's like, duh, I don't need to do this shit. You know, it was killing me, all right? I was slowly committing suicide with methamphetamine or opiates or whatever it was. I think that helps me understand, like, and when I see it on paper, oh, that's a great one. Yes, trust issues. Trust issues. It causes trust issues. Hallucinations. Hospital bills. Y'all know how I am. All these cons that go with the drug, with our drug use, you know? And so when you can see it on paper, that helps me one way, okay? Another thing that helps me is, who knows what I'm going to say? Snitching on my addiction. I tell somebody, I tell whoever will fucking listen to me about how I'm feeling. If I'm struggling with cravings and I'm thinking about using, then guess what's going to happen? Y'all are going to know about it. Because I'm going to make a video about it. Or I'm going to call my friend and say, I'm struggling with thoughts of using. I can't, you know, I'm triggered. And that will help me. I call it snitching on my addiction. Last but not least, understanding and realizing that it's okay to have urges. It's okay. It's normal. You don't have to act on them, though. We all do. We've all had those urges, you guys. I'm not judging you. Mounties, I totally understand. Maybe your family are not the ones to talk to about it. Yeah, Jennifer, all the time. Maybe you need to find other people in recovery who understand. Because if you tell us, we're not going to judge you because we've been there. Thank you, Kev. Nobody here is going to judge you. We've all been there. What's up, Judy Booty? And so that's a good, I'm so glad you said something. Because a lot of you guys, maybe you feel like you don't have support because your family, you can't go to them. Well, your family isn't the people you need to be going to anyway. Okay? You guys need to have other addicts that you can talk to, that you can support. And here on TikTok, we have thousands of people. There's 70,000 people that follow me that are in recovery that will help you guys. We have the Facebook group. Here, we go live every night. Hey, Isabel. Love you, girl. Love you, Miss Isabel. Have a great night. Be a good girl. Yeah, family support is totally different, right? Facebook group is Real Talk Recovery with Nicole. You can click the link in my bio, go all the way down, you'll see a blue box that says Real Talk Recovery Facebook group. Of course, I want you to have your family to support you, but what I'm saying is, good deal. Good job, Isabel. It's different when you have people that can understand what you're going through. You guys can sit there and you can talk about, you know, the experiences that you've had. So, hey, Molly. Writing it down, yes. Congratulations, Jessica. I had to explain I wasn't well and needed meds. Exactly, okay? So let me tell y'all a story, okay? Oh, girl, everybody's asking questions and then I'm answering them. But just then we were talking about how to deal with urges to use. That's great. So, Mounties, if I were you, what I would do before you go to court, okay, is I would find a sponsor, somebody that can, like, write on your behalf, you know, the recovery that you've been working on and how you've been staying sober. I would also, I just make sure you have, like, some people in recovery to support you. When I went to court, I had a sponsor that wrote a letter for me that said, you know, how long I've been sober, what I was working on. Sorry, I'm trying to kill a fly. And that really helped me, you guys. It really, really helped me a lot. You know, I lost custody of my son for a year, and it was the hardest thing I've ever went through in my life. Okay, Jennifer, see you later, girl. Have a great night. Exactly. Because judging people isn't going to help us, you know. That's why we got to find people like us to not judge us, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I hope that helped a little bit. What was I think I was going to tell y'all. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, what else y'all got? Anything else y'all want to talk about? Any other questions, comments, or concerns? I try to do my best, you guys, to give you guys solid suggestions, okay? I really, really hope you guys realize that. I'm not just pulling suggestions out of my ass. Like, this is shit that I did that helped me, okay? Oh, Molly, girl, I can totally relate. All my friends were on drugs too, girl. I had to kick them to the curb. I haven't slept in 3 days and dozing off. I love you. Love you too, girl. Go get some sleep. That's great, Judy Booty. Congratulations on 89 days. I'm proud of you. If you want to stay sober and you guys want to maintain your sobriety, keeping yourself busy, also getting into some kind of recovery support groups or meetings is super important. It'll help you a lot. Well, welcome to Real Talk Recovery Mystery. This is Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery and addiction, and I share my life with you. This is a awesome virtual community. We have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We go live every single night here on TikTok at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I also have guest speakers every Friday on to tell their stories of how they got sober. So you came to the right place. Congratulations, Lee, on 114 days. Good job, girl. Hey, sweet adrenaline. I'm glad you've been coming around. Now you're becoming part of the fam. That's okay, Ariel. You got us. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Paula. I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say I have 2 years today. I'm in a MAP program and it saved my life. That's awesome, Jen. I'm really proud of you, girl. Congratulations. That's amazing. I am a huge advocate and supporter of MAT. I am an MAT, I guess you could call me a MAT. What does Miss Kimmy call us? MAT babies. So, yeah, congratulations. I'm proud of you. Okay. Now that we got the pros and the cons written down of using meth, we know we don't want to do that anymore, right? I've been on subs for 10 years. Oh, I will never. That's great. Molly, you do what you got. You do whatever works for you, baby. I support that. I have a couple of friends who are, I call them lifers. So whatever works for you. That's what I was talking about earlier on the live stream before this. You know, a lot of people try to throw out blanket statements and say, oh, Suboxone should only be used for 2 weeks, or Suboxone should only be used for 1 month. And the fact of the matter is that nobody knows how long it should be used except for you, because no one else is living your life, okay? That would be like us getting 20 people together that all have bipolar disorder, and all those people with bipolar disorder only allowing them to take one medication, lithium. Sorry, you can't take any other medication. The only medication that we can treat your bipolar disorder with is lithium, and you can't try anything else, and you're going to be on it for the rest of your life, period. That don't work that way. That's not how it is. Every person's different. Some people might not respond well to lithium. Some people may need multiple medications. Some people might not need to be on lithium at all. Okay? So that my sister has bipolar. That's why I was using that as an example. But a lot of people, the way they want to judge you, and the way, hey, Lorraine, they're going to try and make you feel less than. They're going to try and make you feel inferior to them by judging you for being on Suboxone. It happens all the time. I'm going to go ahead and prepare you for it, because it just is what it is, okay? Especially here on TikTok, you're going to see many people who make videos about being on Suboxone. They're going to talk bad about it, and in the same sentence, they're going to try and push some other medication. Just like the girl who's pushing Ibogaine instead of Suboxone, okay? Still, you're trying to push something, okay? What works for one person might not work for all of us. And so if Ibogaine works for one person, then that's great. But we have to figure out what works for us, you know? What, baby?
Can I show you this?
Yeah, you need to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock, okay?
What?
Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
I kissed you.
Give me a kiss, butt cheeks. Give me a kiss.
Hey guys, can I show them something?
No, you give me a kiss. Come here, give me a kiss.
It's weird because it's on camera.
You don't love me.
Wait, can they see my hand?
No, they can't. Don't do that. Anyway.
Can I show them this? No, I want to show them this.
Yes. Okay, you know who I'm talking about, Lo. Yeah, and so when you're like switching back and forth between Suboxone and then drug of choice and then Suboxone and then drug of choice, of course MAT is not going to work for you because you're abusing it. You're abusing the system. And so for me, what I truly believe is that Suboxone and methadone work for people when they are ready to surrender. When they are ready to say, you know what? I can no longer.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can I show them this?
Yes.
On here.
What are you showing them, Nate?
Wait.
I can no longer use drugs and alcohol successfully. I've got to make a change, you know? Okay, so Jen, let's talk about that. Let's talk about trading addictions. That's a huge one that people like to throw in my face too, girl. So let me go ahead and teach you how you can defend yourself against that. So when somebody says to you, Jen, you're just trading addictions, okay, this is what you're going to say to them. You're going to say, hi, I'm dependent, not addicted, okay?
Mom.
The difference between addiction and dependence is, what, baby?
Can I show them this?
Show them, Nate.
Mom.
Let me see.
You have to.
The difference between addiction and
You have to
dependence
show them.
is people who
Okay.
are
This is-
dependent. Go ahead.
This is how I know that this is my house. This is the flag. This is supposed to be our flag.
Mhm.
And those torches are the stars because
Mhm.
there's nothing that really can make a star in Minecraft. And then if you want to get into my house,
Mhm.
you go in the water and go under here,
Mhm.
and now you're underwater in the house.
Okay. Good deal.
No,
That's it.
I'm not done showing them.
Okay, baby. That's enough.
There's a second floor.
So-
for
They said give you a hug. They want me to give you some hugs. Do you want to hug my little baby?
no.
Come here, my little chimichanga.
Can you touch?
Come here, my little chimichanga. Oh, I need to clip your nails. Oh,
Yeah,
my gosh. Go get me the nail clippers right now.
I don't know where they
They're in the bathroom in the drawer. You know what it's at. Go get them.
Wait, can I show them one more thing?
Go get the nail clippers. You can show them.
Show them that.
Okay. Nate wants me to show y'all his plant. He made this. He planted it.
Yeah.
Now go get me the nail clippers so I can cut your nails. Okay, so let me tell you the difference between dependence and addiction, okay? So the difference is with addiction, you guys, comes the negative behaviors, okay? So many people are dependent on medication, right? People that have to have medication for mental health, people that have to have pain medication, people that have to have insulin, that's dependency, right? They're not lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating, trading their body to get their insulin or their pain medication or whatever it is, right? Chronic pain patients. They're just dependent on that medication. They're dependent that medication helps them to live a better quality of life, okay? We are using Suboxone to treat our mental illness of addiction, okay? It is helping us to live a better quality of life because without it, we would be out there relapsing and getting high. Exactly. And so don't ever let anybody shame you, okay? I'm literally the queen of not letting people shame me. So I'm going to cut Nate's nails. I love you guys. I'm going to sign off for tonight.
Ooh, this one's
I would love
already...
to see you guys back here tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time with
Look at
us.
this one. Look though.
I go live every night here on TikTok, you guys. 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, my little boy always comes on and says hi to everybody
I brought my fingernail.
every day. He shows us his skateboarding, and that's just the way it is. He is a part of the show, and so we love you guys. We thank you for supporting us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Look.